super cute top. It's called the Tailor top and it's up on my Etsy site. This is a little modified version just because I wanted to make something different for you guys today. And so I use the Patons Grace Weight 3 yarn for this. I used 2 balls of yarn, so just so you know that. And I also used a 3.5mm hook. So let's get started. We are going to start with a slip knot. And to do a slip knot, what we're going to do is just take our loose end, cross it over, grab our hook, place it through, and pull the string just like that. Okay, then we're going to chain 15, and to chain you just wrap your yarn around the hook, pull through. Simple as that. Okay, so that's 1. So once you have your chain 15, it should look a bit like this. What we're going to do is make a row of double crochets against our single chains. So how we're going to do that is count 5 from the hook, 5 chains from the hook. Just like that. So that's going to be my 5th chain. And I'm just going to mark it. And so now we're going to place 1 double crochet. And to do that, you're going to wrap your yarn around the hook, go through the loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and you should have 2 more left on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over, pull through the last 2. Just like that. So now you should have 2 little loops. And so we're going to do this all the way to the end of the row for a total of 12. Wrap your yarn around the hook, go through the loop, and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. What you're going to do is place 2 double crochets in the same chain. So this last chain here that you placed your last double crochet in, we're going to place 2 more double crochets. So yarn over. We are going to chain 2 like that, and place 3 more double crochets in the chain. The chain 2 should have created a little space here just like that, and so that's how your project should look. Okay, so once you're done placing your 3 double crochets, we're going to go back down the row and place 1 double crochet in each chain all the way till the end. Once you have your row of 11 double crochets, chain 3, like that, and you are going to place 1 double crochet in every chain down the row. So we're going to flip our work and repeat the pattern of placing 1 double crochet in every chain down the row, and we're going to do this for 14 counts. Okay, so once you are done your row of 14 double crochets, we are going to place 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space that we made previously. So this big space right here, we're going to place 3 double crochets in the same chain. So once you have your 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space, you are going to chain 2 again. And then you are going to place 3 more double crochets in the same chain. Now you're going to go back down the row and place 1 double crochet in every chain all the way until the end. Okay, so once you are finished chaining 14 double crochets all the way down, we are going to start on the next row by chaining 3 and flipping over our work. We're going to place 1 double crochet in every chain along the row for 17 counts this time. We are going to place 3 double crochets in this chain 2 space, just like we did before. Now we are going to chain 2, just like that, and place another 3 double crochets into the chain 2. Now to finish this row, we are going to place 1 double crochet in every chain along the row for 17 counts. So by now this is what your cup should look like. So what we're going to do now is chain 3 by starting a new row. Flip over your work, and place 1 double crochet in every chain along the row for 20 counts this time. Okay, so once you have your 20 double crochets, you're going to place 3 more double crochets into the chain 2 space. Just like that, and then we are going to chain 2 and place 3 more double crochets. And now we are going to place 1 double crochet all the way down the row in every chain until the end of the row, just like we've been doing. Okay, so once you've finished your row of double crochets, we are going to start something a little different than what we've been doing. So to begin, you are going to chain 4, and just like that. And we are going to flip our work over and place 1 double crochet into the same stitch as the chain 4. So wrap the yarn around the hook, go into that first stitch, the very same one connected to the chain 3, and place 1 double crochet like that. Okay, so now you're going to place 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch from the hook, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, just like that. So on that one, we're going to place our 1 double crochet. Just like that. We are going to chain 1 and then place 4 double crochets into that same stitch that we just placed. So an additional 4 double crochets. Just like that. So then that's the start of your first little shell. So then we're going to start on the next shell by placing 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch from the hook. So 1, 2, 3. Place our double crochet just like that. Okay, and then you're going to chain 1 and then place 1 more double crochet into the same stitch. So then we have a big shell and a little shell. So you'll have a little shell here, a big shell here, a little shell here, and you're going to alternate all the way up the cup. So once you repeated that all the way up until just before this little space here, it should look like that. So for the top part, we are going to place 3 double crochets into this big chain 2 space, and you're going to chain 2. Place 3 more double crochets into the big space. Now we are going to place 4 double crochets into the 2nd chain from the hook. So go like this. That's the first chain right there. That's the 2nd chain. So we're going to place 4 double crochets right in there. Just like that. Okay, and then we are going to chain 1 and place 1 more double crochet into that space, just like that. And then we're going to continue with our pattern, going down the row, alternating between big shell and little shell. I'm going to just end the row by counting again 3 from the chain, which should be around the last one. For me, I like to just go through the big chain right here. You can go through the small one to just find that it pulls out a little bit too much. So I'm going to go through this chain, or a double crochet, just like that. And then you're going to chain 1 and place 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. So that should be the end of your row, and that's what your cup should look like. Okay, so for row 6, we are going to start by chaining 4. Like that. Flip over our work and place 1 double crochet into the shell space just below. So this one right here. So this is the first chain of the bottom row. We're going to place our shell right in here. It's 1 double crochet, just like that. Then you are going to place 4 more double crochets into the top shell of the big one. So in this shell there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains in total. So we are going to go on the third chain in the very top of the third chain. So this is 1, 2, 3. So that top chain right there, we are going to single crochet, chain 1, and place 4 more double crochets. We're going to get started on our little shell. As you can see, this is little shell number 1, big shell number 1, now we're going to do little shell number 2. So prepare for double crochet, go into this, there should be 3 little spaces here. We're going to go into the middle one. It kind of looks like a little triangle almost. I'm going to go right into that. Place a double crochet, chain 1, and place another double crochet into the big space, just like that. Then for our big shell again, we're going to prepare for double crochet, go into the third chain of the shell, place 1 double crochet, chain 1, place 4 double crochets. So you'll be alternating between big and little double crochets all the way up until the last big shell. We are going to place 3 double crochets into the top chain 2 space right here. Then we are going to chain 2 and place 3 more double crochets into the same space. So now we're going to start with our pattern going this way by placing a big shell on top of this big shell right here. So you're going to find the middle chain, which is 1, 2, 3 right here, and you're going to place a double crochet just like that, chain 1, and then place 4 more double crochets. And you are going to continue our shell pattern, alternating between big and little, all the way down till the end of the row. Okay guys, so once you are done that row, your top should look like this as of now. So you only have 1 more row to do, and you're just going to repeat the last row that I just showed you 1 more time around. I'm not going to show the entire row because I think that it's easy to just, you know, go back and rewind, but I'll get you started off. So you're going to chain 4. You're going to flip over and place 1 double crochet into the chain below. This is making our first little shell of the top of the row. And we're going to place double crochet into the 3rd stitch, chain 1, and place 4 more double crochets into that same stitch. Just like that, you're going to go and repeat the entire row all the way up and all the way down again. And I'll show you how to do the rest of the top when you're done. So once you are done your last row, this is it for your cup. So you are going to just cut your string like that, and then you're going to pull it all the way through and just pull on it so it knots. It should knot itself. You are going to repeat this for 1 more cup, and then we will come back and start working on the body. Once you're done making the 2 cups, we are going to get started on the body part. So we're going to grab our string. Again, we're going to make a slip knot. We are going to start chaining out for our top. Now this is going to be the length of your top, so this is totally up to you guys. You can choose whichever length you want. So with this top, I did about 22 chains, and it's about that long. Today I'm actually going to do 18 chains just because I found that was a bit too long for me, but it's totally up to you guys. So I'm gonna get started by chaining 18. Okay, so once you have your chain 18 or whichever amount you chained, we are going to start single crocheting. So we're going to flip over our work like this. You're going to chain 1, just like that. And you're going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So a single crochet is a little different than a double crochet. So for a single crochet, we are going to go into that second loop, just like that. Grab the yarn, pull it through the loop, so you should have 2 on your hook. And you're going to yarn over and just pull through all of them like that. We're going to do that for, I'm going to do this for 18 chains. It's whatever amount you chained out. Okay, so once you are done chaining out your 18 or whichever amount you chained out, we're going to get started on the second row, which is a bit different. So we're going to chain 1, flip our work over just like that. And so that counts as your first double crochet. So that's going to count as your, as for my case, it's going to count as my 1 out of 18. So usually we've been going through both loops of the chain like that. Well, this time we're actually going to go through the second loop, just the back one. It's going to create a ribbing pattern. So we're going to go through that back loop, oops, just like that, and place our second double crochet. Just like that. And to show you again, we're going to go through that back loop and place our third double crochet, or single crochet, sorry. Like that. So we're going to do that for 2 more rows with a total of 3 rows. Alright, so once you've finished your 3 rows, it should look like this. And so now we are going to get started on the entire body part. So the pattern that I'm about to teach you is what you will be doing for the rest of the body. So it's just the same as what we've been doing, but with double crochets. So we're going to get started by chaining 3. That. And then we are going to flip over our work. And we are going to place our second double crochet because this chain 3 counts as 1. We're going to place our second double crochet into the second chain in the back loop, just like you did before. So yarn over, place it through the back loop, pull the string through, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 2 more left on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Just like that. So now you have 2 double crochets. And you're going to get started with your third one. So place the yarn over the hook, go through the back loop, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 2 left, and yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 3. So you're going to be doing this exact pattern for, I think I did about 54 rows of it. Depends on what size you're going for. And I'll come back when we finished the rest of the rows. After you finish your rows, we are going to do 3 more rows of single crochet just like we did in the beginning. I did about 51 rows. This is probably for a size small or a extra small. So just test it around your body, see how it fits, and go from there. So to get started, we're just going to chain 1. And then we are going to place 1 single crochet in every chain down the road, in the back loops, just like we did when we first started this body pattern. So your 3 rows should look like that. And we are going to get started on the shell part going down this way. So we're going to flip our work, just like that. And so what you are going to do is chain 3. Then you are going to chain 1 more. It counts as our chain 1 for the middle. Then you're going to go right back into that same chain with a double crochet. Like that. And then what you're going to do next is skip this line right here, this row, and we're going to go into this one. the whole row right there. And we're going to place 3 double crochets, one double crochet, chain 1, and then place another 4 double crochets, just like our pattern on the cup. So we'll prepare for a double crochet, go into that, not this row, so we're going to go into the second row. Place a double crochet, just like that, chain 1, and place 4 double crochets. Okay, then you're going to do another small shell by skipping this row right here and going into this one and placing a double crochet. Then chain 1, place another double crochet into the same row, just like that. And you're going to do a big shell again by skipping this row, going into this one. So place a double crochet, chain 1, place 4 double crochets. Just like that, and you're going to repeat this all the way to the end of the row, and I'll show you what to do from there. I ended on a big shell, and so to finish this, you're just going to place a little shell into the last chain. So place 1 double crochet, chain 1, and place 1 more double crochet into the same chain. And you can do as many rows as you want. I'm deciding to just do 1 row for this top. In previous tops I've done 3. It just depends on what length that you want your top. Today I'm just going to do 1 row. Just going to cut and tie so that way we can start connecting. So just like that. And then you're going to pull on it. Then again, I like to go through with a second knot just in case. And then I'll cut this a bit shorter because it's a bit long. And don't worry, after we're going to go through and weave those all in so you don't see strings hanging out. So now we're going to get started on connecting our top. And to do that, you are going to take your cup, place it against your top part, and see just about how many chains it takes up. Mine takes up 14. So then what you're going to do is take the number of chains it takes up, mine is 14, times it by 2 for 2 cups, which is going to be 28 for me. And then I'm going to count how many rows I've created along here, not including the last 3 on each side, those don't count. Just these ribbing double crochets. I have 51. So then what you're going to do is take the number of rows here, subtracted by whatever this was. On each side, I'm going to count 11.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 0.5 should be right about there, and that's where I should place my cup. So then what you're going to do is take a stitch marker. For me, I don't use anything specific, I just usually use a piece of string. And you are going to mark your stitch. So again, mine is 11.5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 0.5 would be right in the middle there. What I'm going to do is just tie string in, just like that. I'm going to tie a little knot, not super tight, just so I'm able to take it out. Just like that, so I know where my first cup should be placed. And then same on the other side. So then what we're gonna do is pick our good and our bad side. So for me, this would be my good side because there's no holes or anything. Whereas this side, I did have to connect the second roll. So there's a little knot here. So that's gonna be on the inside of the top so no one can see it. Okay, so now we're gonna put our cup on the top. So you should have your good side of your top facing up. And you're going to take one of your cups and take your bad side, so any side that has any strings or anything on it, facing up. Then you're going to get your cup, place your crochet needle through the first little hole. I tend to go through one of the little stitches just so it holds a bit better. Then I'm going to get my top, put my crochet needle just through the loop, and then I'm going to take out my stitch marker because I don't want it to get crocheted in there. I'm going to take my working string and I'm going to pull it through both loops of my cup and my top, just like that. And I'm going to tie a knot. I'm going to do a double knot just so it stays secure. What you're going to do now is flip over your work. So your top should be flush with the bottom of your cup. I'm going to place my string or my hook right through the loop. Make sure your string is on the other side, and I'm going to grab the string, pull it through, and just chain one. So that's in there. So what we're going to be doing is called a slip stitch. It keeps things nice and flush with the body, so it's not super uncomfortable when you're wearing it. So to do this, you are going to go through that first loop and you're going to pull the string. So you're going to have 2 on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and just pull through all of them like that, and you'll have 1 left. I'm going to do that one more time in that section just to make it secure, just like that. Alright, so then you're going to go to the second row. Make sure your top is attached behind it. I'm going to pull through and slip stitch, and you're going to do this in every chain along the row. This is what your top should look like right now. So yeah, I attached the 2 cups, the good side and the bad side. Now all that's left to do is tie in the strings and attach the back. So I'll just show you how to quickly tie in a string. I won't show you all of them just because you might have more than me or less. So what you're going to do is go to your bad side. So I'm going to flip my top around. And I'll use this little string here as an example, and we'll just zoom in there so you can see it. So this little string here. So I'm just going to pick random chains along the row and just tie a knot. And I'll just cut it as short as possible, not too short so that it doesn't come out, but just short enough that it goes unnoticed. Just like that. Okay, so now we are going to attach the back together. So you're going to take your bad side. This is my bad side. Then you're going to fold it in half like that. So your bad side again is on the outside like that. You're going to flip it like this so you can attach it. And you're going to place the 2 end strands flush with each other just like we did with the cup. And what you're going to do is place your crochet hook through any 2 loops. Tie a knot. I'll do a double knot just for safety. And then you're going to, again, slip knot. I'm going to slip knot twice in this one just because it's a big loop. But for the rest of these rows, I can see the chains, so I'm not going to slip knot twice. I'm just going to go in each individual chain and slip stitch it. So this is what your top should look like at this point. We have one last thing to do, which is make the straps. And how we are going to do that is by taking our working string, going to the top of our cup. So I'm going to make my strap 3 chains wide, just because that's how long I want to do it, or that's how wide I want to do it. You can make it however wide you want, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to tie my double knot. Okay, then I'm going to place my crochet hook through this loop, because that's where I want my strap to start. And I'm going to chain 1, just like that. And I'm going to flip over my work. And I'm going to place another single crochet in there. And one more just because I want to do my strap 3 chains wide. Alright, then I'm going to chain 3. And that's going to count as my first double crochet. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets in this row. That's going to count as my first. So that's 1. We're going to go through the back loops this time because we want to make that nice little ribbing pattern. So that's 1, 2, and 1 more double crochet. That's how it should look. Then to get started on the next row, I'm just going to chain 3 again. Flip over my work. That counts as my first double crochet. So that's 1, and oops. That's 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. Okay, now you're going to repeat this for however many rows you want. I think I did for about 24 rows. It really depends on your height and just how it fits you, right? Because it fits everyone differently. So you're going to do this for both sides, and then I will show you how to attach them on the back. Alright, so I finished my strap. Mine is about 23 chains long. You can obviously do longer, shorter, whatever you like. But now we're going to attach the strap to the top just so it's easier. You could also use this as a halter top. I know a lot of people like that, so you could wrap this around the neck. Today I'm going to use these as straps. So what I'm going to do is take this is the good side of my top on the outside, right? So this is the good side. I'm going to take my strap and make sure it's not twisted, make sure everything is nice and even. And then you are going to count how many chains you have from the middle to the end of your top. For me, I have 12 rows, so I'm going to divide that by 2, which is 6, and that's where I'm going to place my strap. You can honestly do it anywhere you want. I know some people like it going in a V, or some people like it a bit wider, so it's up to you. I'm going to do it halfway through my top. So once you find where you want to place your strap, you're going to just flip it around like that. You're going to take your hook. You're going to go through try to go on at least like the first little chain outside of your strap. And you're going to place your hook through your top. Grab your working string and you're going to pull it through the first one, and so this does take a little bit of practice. Do the first one and the second one, just like that. And I'm going to tie a knot to secure it. A double knot just in case. And then you're going to do your slip stitch again. So I'm going to go into the first loop of my top and place 2 slip stitches and pull it through. I'm going to double knot it because I like to do that. Don't have to, it's optional. And then later on you can weave that in. So you're going to do that for the second strap. Okay, so we are finally done our tailor top. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I will put information in the description below. I will also put a link to my shop, PastelLoveShop on Etsy, where you can purchase this top in any color, any size, from 0 to 16. I also have other tops on there and art as well, so be sure to check that out and like this video. Thanks for watching.